Hi everyone, I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, believe it or not, it was 1 year ago today here in Ottawa. That's basically the day the world stopped here in Ottawa. We had our very first official case of the virus. And I can't say it's funny, but it's interesting to look back at our first press conference about the virus here in Ottawa compared to our most recent press conference about the virus. The very first one was saying that it was travel related only. It can't be spread in the community. Just make sure you wash your hands. And don't touch your face a lot. That was our guidance way back in March of 2020. Now it's wash your hands all the time, wear 2 masks, don't get together, social distance, close up businesses, restaurants, dining, no travel, lock the borders, no flights, quarantine hotels, curfews, etc., etc., etc. But besides all that, one of the things that's going on right now is somebody in New York, a senator or a governor, is pressuring the government in the United States to get ready to open the US-Canada border again, because all the states along the Canadian border have basically lost a lot of money from our Canadian tourism. If we live near the border, it's cheaper for us to drive across the border and buy things in the United States than it is to buy it in our own town. So a lot of people do that, and a lot of people do that just to get away, just to go out for a drive one day. We want to go someplace, we go for a drive. Not to mention, we'll drive down into New York State and stay along the coast and, bed and breakfasts and hotels. It's a little quick drive getaway on the weekend. So there's a lot of tourism that was lost and a lot of business that was lost. And they're pressuring the United States government to start planning for a May opening. Because in the United States, they say the majority of Americans will be vaccinated in May. And so I thought about that and I said, okay, by majority, that means over 50%, right? We're still just in the first third of March. So let's see how the vaccines are going and compare them from the 2 countries to see if it's even possible to open up in May. So back on March 4th, in the United States, you had 24.33 people per 100 vaccinated. That was on March 4th. 7 days later, March 10th, you have 28.92, which means you've gone up 4 people, 0.59. So 4.6 people in 7 days out of 100. Almost 5% of your population has been vaccinated in 1 week. That's a pretty good rate. Very good. Like, amazing. So let's see, if you're going to open the border with Canada, let's see where Canada's at. So you remember, you're at almost 29 out of 100 people, at 29% of your population already. In Canada, we went from 5.54 people on March 4th to 6.95 people. A vaccine rate of 1.41 per 100 people. So not even 1.5 people in a week of our population, percentage-wise. That's less than 20%. That's around 21, 22% of the pace that the United States is on. And I went at those averages, and if we went for those averages through the month of March and April, the United States would be at about 54% of the population vaccinated by the end of April, Canada's current rate, we would still not be at 10 people, not even at 10% of the population. So you may want to open the borders in the United States and Canada. Population like ourselves, we may want that border open, but we just won't be able to do it at this current rate. We will know with only 10% of the population, under 10% of the population vaccinated, there's no way we can open the border to the United States. And there's no way people are, even if we said, okay, you can go to the United States, but the United States can't come here. At least you guys will get the tourism dollars. But that's not going to happen neither, because there's no way they will lift the quarantine requirements when you come back. So no one's going to drive down to spend a weekend in New York City or along the coast and then have to quarantine for 14 days or stay in a quarantine hotel also for more money. It just won't work. And unfortunately, this week, at 1.41 people of our population in a week, is by far the best Canada has ever done. Ever done. So yeah, as far as a border opening up, it just seems like there's just no way. Unfortunately, I hope the border's open. I really want to go someplace. If I could, I would be driving down to Florida now, and I would put myself into a hotel just for a getaway. You don't need to go mingle everywhere and do all this stuff, but I would definitely love to go visit my friends down there, spend days on the beach, just looking at the ocean, because I can't get on a cruise right now. And so, yeah, just driving through the United States and staying at a hotel, it would be something that we could do, get away, change our pace of life, get out of our heads, and just for a short time anyway, just for a short time, have some normalcy. But I think it's a pipe dream. I honestly think it's a pipe dream that we are going to open the borders up. And like I said, you may open the borders to Canadian population to be able to go. Depends on the restrictions for us to come back. If those restrictions are too much, you're not going to get the population heading there. You're not going to have people driving down. It would be too cumbersome. And until we smarten up here in Canada, and get our act together as far as the vaccine rollout is concerned. They keep talking about all these great numbers that we're getting 900,000 vaccines this week. Great. We're getting 900,000 vaccines this week. Meanwhile, yesterday, the United States vaccinated 1.9 million people in one day. We're getting them in. And then we have to ship them to the different provinces, and then we have to get the people in to get them in their arms. And yeah, we might be getting them in. We're just not getting them into our arms. And it's a dead slow happening rollout. Dead slow. Yeah. Is the border opening in May? Well, maybe one way, but there's certainly not going to be traffic. And they're certainly not going to allow the United States to come into Canada when our population hasn't been vaccinated even 10% yet. How sad is that?